If you want to get good at jazz improvisation, learning jazz vocabulary is one of the best ways to get there. Learning to improvise is often compared to learning a language, and learning the vocabulary helps you speak a language more fluently or also improvise more fluently. That's why in this video I'm going to show you 7 useful licks that will bring your soloing to the next level. Let's start with a relatively easy lick over major chords. Here we play 1, 2, 3, 5, 2, 1. So we utilize the notes between the tonic and the fifth. So here between C and G. Maybe you've heard about the legendary solo of John Coltrane over giant steps. In this solo you will find a lot of 1, 2, 3, 5 or 1, 3, 4, 5 flicks. And the great thing is that you cannot only play this over major chords, you can also play 1, 2, 3, 5, 2, 1 over minor chords or dominant chords. So a great way to practice this lick would be to play it over a 2-5-1 progression, just like that. And for advanced players, you can also play this lick going up by minor thirds. This also sounds really nice. The next chord is for minor chords. Here we go from 3 to 5 to 7 to 2 or 9 as you want to see it, and then to 1. And again, the same shape can be played over major chords or dominant chords as well. The next lick is over dominant chords, and this one is a very frequently used lick by pretty much all improvisers that you can also find in the famous composition Donna by Charlie Parker. This lick I use all the time when I have prolonged dominant chords. So for example, I might use it in a blues or also when I find a double dominant in a tune. Now we already covered a lick for major chords, minor chords and dominant chords. And before I go on to a few more challenging licks, if you like this video so far and you want to support me, make sure to click like on the video and also subscribe to not miss out on future content like this. This really helps the algorithm to understand that people are interested in my videos, and then it's going to be spread to more people that might be interested in these videos. Now we're looking at a longer lick over major chords, and this is really one of my favorite licks of all time. This lick utilizes stacks of thirds, and this is the reason why it sounds so good. Stacks of thirds are commonly used to produce chords. So a triad has 3 notes that are stacked on top of each other, and the interval between the notes are thirds. Then if you add another note on top, you have 7th chords, and then if you add another note on top, you have 9th chords, and so on. And with this lick you see that 4 thirds are stacked on top of each other, creating a 9th chord. And practicing 9th chords like this over minor chords or dominant chords is a really great way to create new ideas for your soloing. So now we come to the first real bebop lick, and this one is the first with a few chromatic notes in it. And when you see chromatic notes like this, usually these are approaches to chord tones. Here we have a so-called enclosure with approach notes leading to B, and then we have a 3-note approach at the end leading to G. The amazing thing about using approach notes like this is that it gives the line a lot of clarity and a lot of forward motion. You've maybe heard of the altered scale before that is commonly used for dominant chords. This scale has lots of tensions and can seem difficult to navigate, but actually it doesn't have to be like this. The trick is to think not about the altered scale itself, but instead it helps to think of the melodic minor scale that is the basis for the altered scale. In this lick we use the B7 altered scale, but you can actually see that we rather play it like a C melodic minor scale. And this lick again is one of those licks that most improvisers play very frequently because it just sounds very good and it's leading very nicely to the resolving chord. And as the seventh and last lick, I really had to include a diminished lick. For a lot of people, whenever they see this chord, they're really getting stressed out and just don't know what to play over it. It is arguably the most difficult chord that you can come across in jazz standards. The scale that is commonly used for this chord is the whole tone, half tone scale. And I have a nice little lick for you that will help you get this scale under your fingers and also make sure that the chord tones land on the beats. Let's hear how this lick sounds when included in soloing over a blues. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found this video interesting and it will help you become a better improviser. If you're now interested in approach notes that I addressed shortly with the sixth lick, make sure to check out this video next. Thanks for watching and see you next time.